Good morning, Blankers, and welcome to the video. So you join me as I am around 3 or 4 minutes away from entering the wonderful, one of my favourite day ticket lakes, probably the favourite, Bluebell Lakes. So yeah, I'm a few minutes away. I have risked it for a chocolate biscuit. It's Good Friday, Easter weekend, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to risk it and go down and see if I can find a peg. Been a busy week at work. I would have loved to be able to get down yesterday on the Thursday because I would have given myself more of a chance. But yeah, we're going to see if I can find a peg. Have I wasted just over a 2-hour drive? Who knows, we shall see. But because I'm on my own, I'm hoping there's a peg somewhere across the complex where I can get on and see if we can catch one of these chunks. So I'll see you soon, hopefully in a peg. Okie doke, Blankers, so as you will have gathered, we've got a peg. I'm fishing on Sandmartin Lake, so I've not fished this lake before. I really don't know much about it, apart from obviously there's a fair few named fish in this lake, and there's some absolute beautiful commons and mirrors, so I'm happy either way. And to be fair, my mate who was joining me on this session, he's also managed to get on Sandmartin, so he is probably around 7-8 pegs to my right, so really looking forward to it. I've just got back from Tesco, so I came, got all the camp set up, bivvies up, and I thought, right, I'm going to go nip to the Tesco in the local town, get all the essentials. Now I'm back. I've been had a chat with Levi, and yeah, now I'm going to try and find some spots. It's a deep old water, this one, so I'm going to spend the next 45 minutes to an hour finding 3 spots that I'm going to be fishing. Zigs do very well on here as well, so I need to bear that in mind. But I'm going to get set up, find some spots, and yeah, I'm here for 72 hours, got 3 nights, it's the Easter weekend. Let's see if we can put a fish or 2 on the bank. And relax. Jesus. Oh, Blankers, everything's set up, and now I am gonna really look forward to the next 3 nights fishing. Everywhere's clean and tidy. Do you know what I've just done, which I love to do every 2 months or so, something like that? Tidy up the old tackle box. You know where you keep all your little bits and bobs and you just always end up throwing random stuff and it gets a bit of a mess. So that is all beautifully tidied and all in order, hook size and everything else. So my OCD is satisfied. So I'll just reiterate where we are again and what the plan is. So set off this morning from sunny Stoke-on-Trent at about 6 o'clock in the morning. Easter weekend, like I mentioned earlier, thinking, do you know what, might not even get a peg. I might drive all the way down to Bluebell, 2 hours, 2.5 hour drive, and might not even get a peg. But do you know what, I wanted to come Bluebell. You know, it's my favourite day ticket lake to come and fish, so I thought, sod it, I'm going to go get in the motor and go. So that's what I did, And yeah, pleasantly surprised that I managed to find a peg relatively quickly on Sandmartin. And like I said earlier, I've not fished this lake before. I fished them all on this complex apart from Sandmartin and Bluebell Lake itself. So I thought, you know what, this peg, it was a big peg, and it was just shouting at me, Mark, come and fish here, come and fish here. So do you know what I did? Plunked my bucket in. I did want to get on Swan, which is behind me, but again, had a walk around, absolutely rammed. There's probably one peg free on there, and I didn't fancy it, so yeah, my heart was telling me to come back to this peg. So we're in peg 15, so for those of you that don't know whereabout this is situated, I'll put a picture of the map up now, and I'll just put a little cross on whereabout I'm located, but I think it's a relatively good swim. It's a very deep water. I did touch on that earlier. It's around 20 foot deep, in the average depth is 20 foot, and it slopes right off after about 3 rod lengths out. So yeah, had the deeper out earlier just to play around with the depths and find out what I'm sort of looking at out there. Don't tend to use a deeper to try and find fish because I don't 100% think it's that accurate from a fish perspective, and I've got one of the older ones. It's the Pro Plus 2. I've not got it tanned, I've put it away. But yeah, it confirmed what I thought, 20 foot of water, and I've seen fish up in the upper layers, sort of the fish icons, which again, you can't 100% trust, but they're at mid-water, so about 10 foot up in the water. I haven't seen loads, so what I've done now, I've put 3 zigs out, 8 foot, 9 foot, 10 foot, piece of black foam with a little yellow topper. Yeah, and that's it. So them 3 zigs will stay out. So it says, what time are we? 1:45, and I've only got the rods out about, yeah, half an hour ago. But that's how it goes when you come to a complex like this. You spend time walking around, finding a peg, and then when you do find your peg, you want to take your time and make sure you get it right. Now, I haven't found any spots to fish on the bottom yet, because I just thought, you know what, I'm going to whack 3 zigs out, and then just watch the water for a few hours. And then I'll find my spots a little bit later on this afternoon. But enough waffle from me. What I'm going to do now is very important. After nipping to Tesco's, to the local Tesco, I'm going to crack open a lovely cold Inch's cider. I'm going to sit back, enjoy this and watch the water, and hopefully one of them zigs will pop off. Imagine that, getting a fish within the first hour. That would be, what's the word I'm looking for? That would relieve me of some stress and get the bite out the way. Now I'm going to sit back and enjoy now, Blankers. So cheers. And I'll catch up with you about tea time. I'm going to order some food from the food van. And yeah, I'll catch up with you then to let you know what's been occurring. Wow, what a mad start, Blankers. We've lost one on a zig. Fuming. So I was finding a spot for my third right-hand rod. Cast the lead. I was just about to pull the lead back, see if I'd found a decent spot. And my middle rod is on a 10-foot zig. Just started going, taking line. So dropped the rod that I had in my hand, picked up that one, and then it was a massive drop back, so it was clearly coming towards me. I really then lifted into it, felt it, and then hook just pulled. So yeah, did not expect a bite like that so quickly, but that's zigs for you, blankers. They can get you a bite quickly, but they're also, you lose a lot of fish on zigs, especially if it's a barbless rule, which it is here at Bluebell Lakes. So it is what it is, but it's a good sign. I've seen a couple of fish roll and show as well, not too far from my spot. So it's a good sign that there's fish in the area. And yeah, so going into night number 1, so it's about 5:30 now. So I've got 2 rods out. On bottom baits on snowman rig, and then I'm going to leave that middle rod on the zig all night, just in case something else comes along. And you will have seen obviously me putting other rods out with a bait boat, so I'm going to talk more about that tomorrow, before you all come at me in the comments and say you use straight bait boats, you hate people that use bait boats. Not quite true, but yeah, we're going to go through that tomorrow. So I'm going to get tucked in now. Say tucked in, I'm not getting in bed, sit in my chair, get on a bit of TikTok live if I can get some signal, so I can stream for an hour or 2 on TikTok, and then I'll give you an update either later tonight with a fish, hopefully, or tomorrow with a cup of tea, figuring out the plan of attack for tomorrow. Guten Morgen, blankers, and welcome back. So last night was completely uneventful, nothing carpy happened. I was quietly confident, to be fair, after seeing fish show. Presented the rigs well with the bait boat, which we're going to talk about today, and I'm going to give you a bit of an inside analysis on the boat that I've got and why, but we'll talk about that later. So yeah, I've been round to the facilities this morning, dropped the kids off, got myself a nice breakfast bap. I got myself and Levi one, so I sat around with Levi down the bottom end of Sandmartin, and we had our breakfast and our catch up down there. And then I've just come back and got all 3 rods back out on zigs for today, because I'm still seeing them show. I was talking to the gentleman to the right of me, come around this morning for a catch up, and as we were stood there behind the rods, fish just boshed out in front of me. So I think the zigs that I've been fishing yesterday, they were at 8, 10 and like 11 foot, and I've tied up one just before I've done the rods at 15 foot, just because I think maybe, I know I had a bite and I lost a fish yesterday on a 10 foot, but don't know, maybe they are sort of higher up in the water, so I've put the right one on a 15 foot, and then the other 2 are on 10 foot zigs. So we're going to see how we get on over the next couple of hours for that one. So yeah, that's about all that's happened, to be fair, as we go into day number 2. That wind, it's bitterly cold. It's eased off a little bit now, but bloody freezing that wind is. For those of you that are out on the bank holidays, the weekend, I'm sure you will have felt that as well. Now on to this morning's choice of biscuit. I ain't gonna lie, right, I didn't do any shopping like I normally do, sorry, before my sessions. I'll normally nip to my local Aldi and get all the stocks and supplies in, but because it was a busy night the night before and I was watching the United game, so obviously didn't get home till late, so I thought, you know what, I'll just nip the Tesco in Oundle, which is the nearest town to Bluebell, and they didn't have any chocolate cow biscuits, so I'm really disappointed actually. Shout out to Tesco, come on, you need to sort your shit out. How have you not got chocolate cow biscuits in your little Tesco Express? Disappointed. So obviously next best thing is the Chocky Hobnob. So excuse me, I crack these open. Enjoy a couple of these hobnobs with me brew, watch the water and enjoy the next few hours. And yeah, I'll keep you posted if anything carpy happens, but that's the rig choice and the plan of attack for today. I'm going to stick with the zigs, and then about 3-4 o'clock this afternoon I will switch back 2 of them to bottom baits and get them back on the spots. I'm going to put one down in this left hand margin, because everyone's been telling me do not neglect the margins on Sandmartin, so that one is going to go down the left hand margin. I'm going to leave one on a zig tonight, and I'm not 100% sure what to do with the other one yet, but I'll catch up with you a little bit later on. I'm going to enjoy this chocky hobnob, and I'll yeah, speak to you in a couple of hours. Right then, Blankers, now that the wind has died off a little bit, let's find a couple of minutes to talk about this little bad boy. So, yeah, I've acquired a bait boat, which, as I mentioned earlier, is very unlike me, but these last 6 months, when I've been fishing with my mates, or I've been on my own and I've seen other people using boats to their advantage, and it's been the difference sometimes of them catching fish or not catching fish, and I've seen it firsthand, in particular when I was at Farlow's in October last year. So some of you guys may have watched that vlog, and obviously I was fishing with my mate Will, and he was using a bait boat. It was one of the smaller versions of the Boatman actually that I've got, and he could just get into places that you physically couldn't get by casting. Now, I'm very much of an old school angler. I love casting, I love marking up, I love finding a spot myself, presenting a bait over it via casting. I just think it's more rewarding. However, sometimes you're unable to get on the fish unless you've got one of these, so I've bitten the bullet. I got into contact with Boatman, had a great conversation with them, and yeah, we've got an amazing deal on this bad boy. So let's have a look at which one it is and what features it's got. So I'm not going to do a full-on proper review right now, because I will do a separate video for that, for those of you that might be interested in having a look at a bait boat for the first time, or actually you're thinking of switching over to one of the Boatmans. So essentially this is Boatman Actor Plus Mark V version 2, and this is the GPS satellite one. So it's not got a built-in sonar, but it's got the satellites, which obviously help you with lots of things, which I'll cover off on in the main video that I do on this boat when I do a product review. But as you can see, a very aesthetically pleasing boat. I got it in the black. Obviously you can get it in different sort of shades and different styles, but yeah, smart piece of kit. Obviously used it yesterday for the first time on this lake. Do you really need to be using a bait boat? No, because it's relatively short casting distance. You're not casting to any overhanging trees and things like that, but I just wanted to have a little play with it just so I could get used to it for when I use it on those lakes where I'm going to need it. I want to make sure I know what I'm doing with it. But essentially, you've got your little cover there as well, which is very useful if it's raining, or if a lot of the lakes that you fish, the swans and the ducks aren't shy, and they will come, and they know these carry lots of bait, and they'll jump in your bait boat and eat all of your bait. So a cover for the rain and also for the ducks, which is handy. And then obviously inside you've got 2 hoppers, so you can obviously open individually. You can get a slot that goes in the middle of there, so you can open one at a time or both at once, and then there's the remote, so a lot bigger than the normal Actors. Obviously you can see the size of it in my hand. It's got a lot of features on there, and one of them, as you'll see at the top there, it'll say left hopper, right hopper or middle hopper, and obviously to open both of them at the same time, you just press the middle hopper and it drops everything that's in there. But you know what, first impressions, it looks smart. I used it yesterday and touch wood, I had no problems with it. So yeah, like, I am officially a bait boat owner. So you can all come at me in the comments if you want to, saying you always said you'd never get a boat. And you know what, I will eat my words. They do have their advantages. Am I going to be using it all the time? Absolutely not. But on those lakes where it definitely gives you an edge, I will certainly be putting it to the test. So again, a huge thank you to the guys over at Boatman UK. And if you're not following them yet on any of the social medias, whether that's on here on YouTube, because they do some really good tutorials on here, or on TikTok, where they put some videos and content out on there as well, make sure you head across and give them a cheeky little follow and subscribe, because yeah, why not? If you've got one of these bad boys as well, you get some very useful tips from them. Good afternoon. Just thought I'd come do a quick little update. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon now on Saturday. Yeah, Saturday afternoon. And a fish has just boshed about 10 reps out straight in front of me. So I've just reeled in my 15-foot zig and dropped that straight on its head. So yeah, you never know. I think when you see a fish like that, you've got to reel in and you've got to cast to it just in case it decides, do you know what, fancy a bit of black foam for me dinner today. So hopefully that'll help. And then I've also dropped one of my rods, which is the left rod, right down just underneath this tree here. So I had the deeper out earlier, and there's a few fishy icons showing down there, so again I couldn't ignore that. It's still about 16 foot deep down there, literally 2 rod lengths out. So I've just dropped a little snowman rig down there with a few freebies, a bit of hemp and maize, and that was it. Probably about a spod mix full, so not a lot of bait at all. And then the middle rod's still on a zig, just out in the open water. That's on a 12 foot. So that's the latest blankers, nothing else carpy to report. Same for Levi down the bottom end. This wind is cold, it's just picked up again now. I think it's going to be here for the next couple of hours. So yeah, I'm going to settle into the bivvy, put the kettle on, get a nice cup of tea to warm the cockles, and yeah, I'll give you an update before tea time to let you know what the crack is. Right, blankers, all 3 rods done, back out on the spot. Now I'm going to tuck in to this pie, chips, peas and gravy from the calf. I mean, take a look at that without me throwing it all over the floor. Looks absolutely banging, so I'm going to smash this, have a cheeky strongbow, and fingers crossed one of those rods goes off in the next few hours, and we'll have a Sandmartin carp to celebrate with. The rain's come, the wind has been brutal this afternoon. It's proper smashing into my face, so yeah, I've got a bit wet putting the rods out, but is what it is, blankers. It is still the middle of April, so yeah, Right, let's crack on with this. Hopefully I'll see you in a couple of hours. If not, it'll be in the morning with a cup of tea and me licking my wounds and feeling sorry for myself. But we've still got tonight and we've still got tomorrow night, so let's see if we can make it happen. Good morning, you beautiful people. And as you can tell, I am absolutely fuming. I didn't want to come up and give you the update last night because, yeah, so let's have a little bit of a conversation on what happened yesterday evening. So I was sat on TikTok live, as normal, doing my live stream from TikTok. Obviously having a great crack and great banter with everyone on there for a couple of hours, and then out of nowhere, the middle rod absolutely rattles off. So we've got a live take on the stream, which is absolutely amazing. Lifted into it, fish on, felt the rod just go, like rod just bends over. You know when you've just got, it's a decent fish, you can just tell. And I'm like, oh my days, my knees were knocking. Playing the fish for around 5 to 10 minutes. Fish gets close in and then just absolutely dives to the right. So obviously I'm battling the fish like that, trying to stop it from going under this snag. Obviously still giving it plenty of line, you know, I wasn't beating it up. And then hook just pulled out. I'll put the footage up because I've got it from TikTok live, but obviously please bear in mind it's not 4K footage or anything like that because it's just from the live stream. But I'll put the footage up now so you can see the take, and then you'll see me losing the fish and throwing my rod down in disgust. Mate, that's what I need. I'm out next weekend for a 48-hour session at Are you winding me up? Come on, get in. What did I say, Blankers? Oh my God. My heart is pounding. Oh, it's come off. It's come off. For fuck's sake. You are absolutely kidding me. I just couldn't believe it because I knew it was a half decent fish. Yeah. Put the rod back out on the spot. That was the middle rod out at 12 wraps. In between the two willow trees that are opposite. That's the same rod that did the fish from a zig as well. Not yesterday, now the day before. That's the same sort of area that I lost the fish on the 10-foot zig. So yeah, Sandmartin is beating me up, Blankers. 2 bites, 2 lost fish. So it's not looking good. Trying to stay positive, so I've got my morning brew. I'm going to enjoy this. I'll let them rods sit out on the spots again for another hour or 2 yet before I reel in to go use the facilities. And yeah, I don't think I'm going to put zigs out again today. I think I'm going to stick on the bottom. I haven't had any knocks or bleeps in the night, which is unusual. All the activity has come in the day. So yeah, I'm going to enjoy my cuppa. Don't even know if I want an hobnob this morning, Blankers. I'm that stressed and annoyed still. Nothing for Levi as well. He's going this morning, so he'll be packing up now. So yeah, frustrated, but we've got another 24 hours. That's all I keep telling myself. Mark, you've got another 24 hours to try and make it happen. So that's what we're going to try and do. I'm still going to keep one down in this left margin underneath the tree, and then I'm going to move my right rod more to the left where I've been having the bites from the middle rod. I'm going to sort of fish 2 on a spot, but not bang on a spot, but probably a rod length or 2 between those two rods. Makes sense. Last 24 hours, that's what I'm going to do. So yeah, that's the plan of attack, blankers. So I'll enjoy my brew, leave them rods for an hour or two, go and enjoy the facilities, drop the kids off, that type of stuff, and then I'll come back full of ambition, and I'm going to fish my hardies for the next 24 hours to try and get one of these Sandmartin carp, because I'm really enjoying the session. I really am. First time fishing this lake, so yeah, I'm going to enjoy the session, and I'll catch up with you in the next couple of hours or so. Good afternoon, blankers, and it's been a very, very quiet day. The sun's been high, the wind's been blowing into my face in the bivvy, perfect zig weather, but nothing has occurred. Can't believe it. Again, 10 foot, 12 foot, 15 foot today. I've tried all at those depths, but nothing. So tonight I'll be back on the deck. I'm going to change them all back over again, spin a rig on all three. I'm going to put 2 on white and 1 on an orange. A white is what did the bite yesterday evening, and just as I say that, I was just about to say I haven't seen anything, and I've just seen a fish roll over my spot, which is, it's weird, they started showing this time last night, about coming up to 5 o'clock, so from 5 till 7 o'clock they started showing, and one has just rolled literally over my middle rod, which is a good sign. So yeah, that's taken me back a little bit. So yeah, but I'm trying to get into this sunlight, I'm trying to warm me up because my bivvy's in the shade. So it's pretty cool over there, but it's glorious in the sun. Roll on summer, we've got them warmer nights. So yeah, that's the plan. So I'm going to reel in shortly, get them all changed over. I'm going to ring up the cafe, place my order for tonight's food. I think I'm going to go for a double cheeseburger and chips tonight. I had the pie, chips, peas and gravy last night, which was banging. I'm going to mix it up, either the cheeseburger or a pizza, not quite sure. And I've got, you see, I've got my chest pack on for the GoPro. I've been wearing it all day, and the GoPro has been attached in there because I really want to try and get some footage while I'm playing a fish. That's exactly what I bought this chest pack for, so hopefully we get a chance to use it tonight, and if we get another bite, I'm telling you now, by hook or crook, I'm making sure that we get that fish in. I ain't losing another fish. This place hasn't been kind to me over my last couple of visits with lost fish. So anyway, I'm chatting absolute crap now. So there's the lake. Take a look at that. It's looking absolutely glorious. So yeah, fingers crossed. Last night, blankers, we can make something happen. I'll keep you posted. I'll give you a message before dark and before I get in bed tonight to let you know what the crack is and how the evening has gone. Okay, that's it. It's in the hands of the gods now. The carp gods, that is. And to add to my disappointment, the food van's not open. Obviously, it's Easter Sunday. So I think I'm going to have to order a takeaway because I haven't got any food with me to cook, which is a schoolboy error, Mr. Blanca. So I'm hopefully can find a takeaway that's open that will deliver it to near enough the peg so I don't have to reel in, because I don't really want to be messing around doing that on the last night now that they are out. So fingers crossed, Blankers, fingers crossed. How's it going, mate? You okay?
Yeah, fine. How about you?
I'm okay now you're here.
Mark, yeah.
That's the one.
You have menu?
I've got the app, the website, sorry.
Okay, no worries. If you're someone will ask, then
Okay, no problem, mate.
Thank you very much.
That's all right, perfect. Appreciate that. Thanks a lot, mate. Have a good night. Good morning, Blankers, and well, there you have it. This lake has won this battle. It's bank holiday, Easter Monday, and it's time for me to go home. So everything's packed up. The rods are obviously still out from when I put them out last night. But it's looking like a blankety blank, very frustrating session. 2 fish lost, 1 on a zig, 1 on a spinner rig on the bottom. But anyway, I'm going to be thinking about that the whole drive home. But anyway, we've been out doing it and I've absolutely loved the session, to be honest. It's been brilliant. My first time fishing Sandmartin, and it definitely is a lake that I will come back and visit again. I don't know why I always put it off, but I think it was the depth of the lake that put me off, to be honest. But having fished it now for 3 nights, yeah, it's definitely whet my appetite for more. So until next time, Blankers, I'm next out. I'll be out this weekend coming just for a local session, and then the week after that's my birthday session when I head up to the Approach Fisheries. Again, a new lake, I've never been there before. That's up near Leeds, so really looking forward to that one. It's been recommended to me, so we'll see how we get on up there. So that's probably when I'll see you next, Blankers. If you're out there doing it, tight lines. I hope one of those alarms screams off for you soon, and I'll see you on the next one.